Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once with another reaction for you guys. It's Scooby-Doo Tuesday, guys. You know what that means? Of course it means we're here continuing the journey of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. This is Season 2, Episode 20, Stand and Deliver. Pretty interesting title. So last week's episode was pretty interesting, even though I wasn't expecting the three characters that returned in the episode, but really the takeaway mainly from the episode, besides the craziness of the devouring or whatever, this monster has been around for so long or whatever, and Fred's idol, this like Indiana Jones type character with his sidekick, were involved in the episode, and the woman who basically is like a Paula Deen parody or whatever. She seems like she's a Paula Deen parody with their cooking show and all that kind of stuff, and pretend to be the monster and all that because she wants to open a business. It was strange, but the main thing to take away was that Professor Pericles was ultimately the one who was going to win in terms of him versus Mr. E, because Mr. E was basically trying to push Pericles out because he was spending too much money, doing too many crazy things. I mean, literally, that haunting herd or whatever, whatever it's called. I think it's called the haunting herd. Let me actually go back on the episode titles here. The horrible herd. Yeah, so I was wrong on the word. But he did that. Like, he created a whole new species to try to find the disc pieces and the treasure. Like, it was all a means to an end. And ultimately, I don't know how he pulled this off. Pericles put some sort of venom or something that can release within Mr. E's body, and it goes into his back or whatever, hitting this button. I have no clue. All I know is that, hey, Brad and Julie, we're not all in this together. We're going to push Pericles out. And Mr. E's telling them this. Okay, we got you. And then Professor Pericles out. So he's like, you think they were going to turn on me? And then, I don't know. I'm like, this is bad. Okay, Professor Pericles has gone off the deep end. Then again, he's always been off the deep end, but he's even further off the deep end. And Mr. E is trying to see maybe this is not the route. And also, he was looking at pictures, right? He was looking at photos of Angel. Well, that's not her name, or Cassidy, but I think it's her name, right? He was looking at photos of her. So clearly he's having doubts about this whole situation. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what occurs here. We're getting closer to the wrap-up of the show. It's kind of crazy to think that, but we still have a number of episodes left to go. So we still have some more to go, but we're getting closer to the end, which is unfortunate. I'm really loving the show. So here we go, guys. Let's get into now episode 20 of season 2. Let's go.
We might be lost. As usual.
Come on, you call this lost?
Wait.
We're not lost. We're on an
Wait, is it the same family?
Adventures are stupid.
Stand and deliver.
All I have is my wedding ring. I'm afraid it's not worth much.
Listening to you talk about your day, your dreams, and your desires would be sweet nectar to my ears.
Oh my. Me? Okay.
What the hell?
Did Mom just take
Okay.
off with some kind of road pirate?
I'm a little confused on the opening. Oh.
All right, hold your horses.
Careful. Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh. It's like, this is really happening right now?
It was terrible. You made...
Nibiru is coming.
Again? What?
Who is that?
Oh, that's Pooh Boy. I know hiring him may have been a bit premature, but...
Holy shit.
Velma, I saw the cutest little pashmina that
Oh
would
my
look
god.
perfect on you.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Do you mystery dorks have some kind of radar in that van of yours that smells?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, but what a great idea.
Then he put some kind of evil spell on their womenfolk with this kooky English accent of his and rides off with them.
What happens to all the women, though, right? After
Looks like we got another man down.
It looks like we've got another mystery on our hands.
a weird
wonder
one
where
with
the highwayman's
taking
going
the
to
women,
strike
too.
next.
None of those annoying tourists to deal with like last time.
Like I always say, dear.
Yeah. Oh, he's from a circus, I bet. Doing that little maneuver there.
Emptied the safe into this big black bag he had, and then he got on his bike, held his hand out to my nan, and
All the money.
it was terrifying, I tell you. I lost her, and I wasn't even trying this time.
That's how it happened to me.
Wasn't even trying.
Dash my girl too.
We're men, we're tough, we're warriors. We can survive anything.
Oh shit. Of course.
My only valuable is Scoob.
Oh shit.
I'm not getting in there.
How you came to be mayor, everything. Every little detail and every emotion that came along with it.
Let's get this dandy highwayman off the street before he gets his hands on our girl.
Oh, Freddie. Thanks. Really feeling the love.
Let me see. You want the dashing, debonair rogue section, right between the swarthy scoundrel and the exuberant imp.
Dream again. What the fuck? Yeah. What?
All the books on dashing rogues and debonair thieves have been checked out by the women that have been abducted. Where did this come from?
It's the fourth key.
Guys, I
keep
don't think
finding-
it was
okay.
an accident that we found this.
I've got the perfect plan to trap this dandy highwayman.
Always stressing them up.
These pantyhose are itchy.
Fred, I think we need a plan B.
Daph?
Oh.
She was right here. Daphne? Daphne!
That was fast. Jesus. Does this guy have like a cave full of women or something, or a warehouse, or what the hell's going on?
Oh, Daphne.
Oh, Daphne.
Why?
It's okay, we'll get her back. Yeah.
Pool boy literally has nowhere to be and
Yeah.
nothing to do. It's pathetic.
What the hell?
I understand such things. I as well love to share.
I don't think it's the
most
pool boy
feelings.
now.
The sound of a woman talking incessantly without.
She says she's safe, and she's got an idea how to stop the dandy highwayman.
Raymond, okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Dandy Highwayman. She is super rich. Richer than me, even. Oh, and she just loves to read.
Hate for Mrs. Dinkley to feel left out of our little group.
Group?
Ladies,
There's more women. There should be more women there.
I have come.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm not going anywhere.
That should probably cause more of an explosion. I kind of figured when he was down in the cave and he's up at the pool.
I'm so confused.
I'm so lonely.
Jinkies? How did I miss that one?
I was going to become the dandy highwayman. I was going
Yeah?
to be the king of adventures
King.
and adored by women. The key to a woman's total admiration and devotion. All you have to do is pay attention to them when they're talking. These earplugs were the only magic I used.
I knew it. I knew there was some kind of trick involved.
That kidnapping really turned out to be a great experience for me.
Was
I had
it?
the perfect man right at my fingertips.
Aw.
And I didn't want him, Freddie. I wanted you.
Listening like a man.
Like Velma, that's the best talk we've had since we broke up.
The time has come.
Wait, what?
Your life is in danger. I am of the Anunnaki, Nibiru. When the barriers between our worlds grow weak, the Anunnaki have a great history of helping humans. This is why some animals, our descendants, can talk and others cannot. And the most evil one of all is imprisoned beneath Crystal Cove and must not be set free.
That was a lot.
The cursed treasure is evil. Evil. We have to destroy it.
Just so I'm clear on what the hell is going on, I'm going to re-listen to this section again about the Nibiru thing, talking animals. Listen to this again.
I am of the Anunnaki, interdimensional beings that visit the planet Earth every few thousand years.
Okay.
They arrive at a time called Nibiru, when the barriers between our worlds grow weak. The Anunnaki have a great history of helping humans, but we have no physical form and must inhabit animals. This is why some animals, our descendants, can talk and others cannot. But not all Anunnaki are kind and good. There are evil ones, and the most evil one of
Sarcophagus,
all
yeah.
is imprisoned beneath Crystal Cove and must not be set free.
Okay. So, when Nova talked, it wasn't actually Nova. Okay. She was inhabited. Is that implying that Scooby is a descendant because he's talking, because he can talk? Is that what they're implying with this? I don't know. What exactly was the line there about descendants?
Physical form and must inhabit animals. This is why some animals, our descendants, can talk and others cannot.
See, that makes me think that Scooby is somehow a descendant because he can speak. Maybe Professor Pericles is the same way. He's also one that's a descendant because he can talk too. I don't know. As of right now, it's kind of open-ended in terms of, okay, yeah, some can talk, some cannot in terms of animals and their descendants and all this kind of stuff, and that there's an evil one, the sarcophagus, under Crystal Cove, somewhere hidden away, and all that. This is some crazy shit. Pretty much. This was a good episode, though. It was pretty good. I think, well, I say that after seeing all this, like, new information and stuff, and the mystery of, like, Scooby's nightmares and everything. The whole thing of, like, the librarian listening but having earplugs, but he's this, like, 1800 style robber or whatever. It was interesting to an extent. It's like, oh, it's the pool boy, clearly. Oh, no, it's the librarian. Like, that stuff, okay, sure. It's kind of odd, but I guess they had to have something to fill out the runtime of this week's episode. But all of this stuff definitely elevates the episode in terms of Scooby having dreams where Nova rises up, Nibiru. Well, first of all, he's having a date with Nova, and then all the robots, right? Professor Pericles. And I'm thinking this is real because this would make sense. Professor Pericles is now in control of Destroido, basically. Mr. E is basically not in control anymore of anything. That Professor Pericles would literally send his robots to just attack the house. It would make sense. He's that fucking crazy. He created a whole new species of cattle, bee, piranha, whatever the fuck, DNA hybrids, and they were destroying the town, which, by the way, the town's completely normal again. It was demolished pretty much for the most part. A lot of it was by the horrible herd, and it's back to normal now. So I don't know how much time has passed, and they really don't explain that a lot of the times. A lot of the times they don't explain how much time passes between each episode. Who knows how long Nova's been in the hospital, right? And wouldn't she be in a vet hospital, not a regular hospital? Anyways, it's animation, it's a kid's show, realistically, so they're not gonna go into all that detail stuff. But then he wakes up. It's just not real. But then Nova comes up. Nibiru is coming, and then boom, the robots break through the wall of the hospital, and then he wakes up again. So he has a dream within a dream. Inception. Literally, Scooby-Doo had Inception. He had Inception with his dreams, a dream within a dream. And then he wakes up, well, he wakes up into the dream when they're in the library, and then they're all gone, and then there's, like, Nova, and then he follows her, and there's just, like, I don't know, who is that guy that came out dancing or whatever the fuck? Like, what the fuck's going on here? And he said, Scooby-Doo, your time but the audio was strange. Like, it was intentional, obviously, but it was strange. Like, Scooby-Doo, your time has come. Or your time. Like, it was like at times it was like, it's kind of hard to hear some of the syllables. And like, your time has come. Okay. And then here comes Nova. Well, Nova. And saying that she's a part of the species or whatever from Nibiru that's going to be showing up every couple thousand years, and the connectivity of the planets or whatever, and I don't fucking know. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of information. But then warning that the sarcophagus, which it's been really heavily implied there's an evilness because of the fact that the disc pieces have really made people go crazy. I mean, we literally saw in season 1, and they really like confirmed they were a version of Mystery Inc., or they were one of them in the descendants of the lines of who've been infected, if you will, with the disc pieces, because it was that family that when their whole entire mansion just sank to the ground, and the son was now a really old man at this point in the present day, and he was obsessed with this disc piece, and his family, it turns out his whole entire family was obsessed. So his version of the story wasn't accurate per se, because it was revealed that all of them were infected by the obsession with the disc piece. And it's been really implied that the sarcophagus, which I'm seeing, that I'm seeing here on screen, the crystal thing that's there with all this treasure. Of course, we see the eyes and all the craziness and stuff. We know it's evil, but this is confirmation 100% that it's evil, and that if you let it loose, it's over. So I don't think Professor Pericles and the rest of them, in terms of Brad and Judy, I think at this point, Mystery doesn't want to continue this search, at least not with them. But maybe does Professor Pericles know that it's not just treasure, that it's far more, that literally there's an evil entity within the sarcophagus here, that is this crystal thing here? Like, does he know? Does he know that that's a part of the treasure, or that is the treasure per se? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he thinks it's just a huge amount of wealth in terms of all this other stuff surrounding the sarcophagus, and that's what he's really. I don't know. Maybe Pericles knows the truth about what is really under Crystal Cove in terms of all this treasure and stuff, and what is also in the thing that should not be opened, which we've now heard. And I love how Scooby wakes up in the music after he says it. It's like, it's getting serious now, and they better listen to him. And I think they will. I also found it a little bit funny in terms of in the episode where Fred really referred to Daphne as his girl, when he's just so simple at times, and he doesn't think things. And of course he had the earplugs, and of course Shaggy had earplugs too. Just like they learned from the librarian to have earplugs. It's just a weird little moment, but yeah, that TNT explosion should have killed people, realistically, just hypothetically, right? There was barrels upon barrels upon barrels of TNT in that shed, which is really dumb to have that amount of TNT stockpiled in one area, by the way. But when the motorcycle went in, that explosion should have at least destroyed Velma's house. That should have destroyed probably a couple other things. Probably should have killed some people in the process. And one last thing I do want to address, because I feel like, in terms of like the importance of the episode, it's all this information at the end and Scooby's dreams or whatever. The librarian, as this guy, right, riding on the motorcycle, he took so many people. Like when they first discovered what was going on, you saw all those piles of cars that were destroyed. Why was he destroying vehicles exactly? To add more like hurt to the people involved, because like the opening of the episode, and I believe that was the same family that we've seen before. I'm pretty sure they were the family in episode 2 of season 1. I think that was the same family, I think, or maybe it was, or maybe it's the family that was showing up at the at that mansion that we saw. I think it was season 2, where you find out some information about this other version of Mystery Inc., the owners of the mansion or the building or whatever. Maybe. Anyways, I know I'm getting a little off track, but the whole point is like, so the family get robbed, revealing that the husband didn't spend a lot of money on the ring, and then he destroys the vehicle with a gun blast or whatever, and then the woman just goes with him. Just doesn't make sense. Why would she go with this mysterious man who destroyed her vehicle? Right? I don't get it. But here's the bigger question, is what I was trying to get to. All those cars, and then there was that guy who lost his wife. Where were all those women? Were they in other rooms in this cave or whatever that were reading? What were they reading exactly? Just reading books? I guess librarian or whatever makes sense. Reading books and all that, because he was part of the book club or whatever. So I don't know. They never addressed what happened to the other women that he was taking. He's taken a lot of people. I don't know what happened to them. I guess they weren't important. But they should be important in the narrative, but whatever. Because he kept taking women. So you would think that they would actually address where all these other women were held at, or where they held in other parts of this cave or whatever they were in. I don't know. I'm guessing they were, because where else would he put them? I don't know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed the ending of the episode and the Scooby dreams or whatever, the visions he's having. And And the other stuff in terms of this like library and whatever is okay. You know, they could have done, I think they could have done overall maybe a better story, or maybe they could have maybe done something that really ties more into all of this in terms of the Nibiru reveal. But they're slowly building up to it. But yeah, but they could have done something I think a little bit better. But anyway, that's just my opinion, right? Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys like the fact that we had this really intense stuff, the Nibiru stuff with Scooby, but we also had something else to kind of follow as well to kind of break the pace of all that. But for me, I would have preferred something a little bit better. But overall, I'm excited to see what happens next. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.